guys, my name's Curtis, and today we're going to be learning Love Again by the Kid Laroi. Here we go. So for this song, all we need are 4 different chords, and so we use those 4 chords in the beginning, and then in the middle, when it changes to the chorus, we're going to use the same 4 chords, but in a different order. So here they are. The first one is B minor. So this is a type of bar chord, which is hard for some people, but here's the diagram right here. Remember, for the bar chord, you want to take your index finger and you want to make sure that it sort of leans back, so you get the bony side of your index finger leaning into that 2nd fret. There's the B minor chord. Then it goes to a nice open D, which looks like this. And so open D's a nice beginner chord, a lot of people know, so hopefully that one's not too hard for you. Then it's going to go to the G chord, another open one. So now a lot of people play this one different ways. So the common way is 2 on the 3rd fret, your 6th string, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, and then your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, so then that gets you G like that. You could also put your 3rd finger on the 2nd string and then your pinky on the 1st string. That just adds in an extra D note to the chord, so it's just a slightly different voicing for G. Moving on to our last chord that we need to know is unfortunately the hardest chord. It is the F sharp 7. You could use an F sharp major. F sharp 7 sounds a little cooler. You'll see what I mean. So F sharp 7 is going to sound like this. Kind of has that like bullfighter Spanish vibe. And then if we made it a major, just like a normal bar chord that starts on the 6th string, it's going to sound like this. So either one's going to sound okay, right? So if I'm playing that first part, that's all for the first part, the verse of this song. You're going to do the B minor. So there's that F sharp. Now if I play it again with the F7, the F sharp 7, sorry, it's going to go like this. So I like the way it sounds. Like I said, the chorus uses the same chords, except it's going to start with the G this time. It does that strum pattern twice on each chord now. Now it's going to go to the D. Then it's going to go to the F sharp 7. Then it's going to go to the B minor. So this is a common thing a lot of pop songs do, where they use 4 chords in the beginning and then they just shuffle them around a bit in the chorus. So let's talk, now that we've got the chords sort of set up, let's review the first part a little bit, and then we're going to review the second part, and then we're going to talk more about the strumming pattern and how to practice so you can get this all going together. So for the first part, our chord order goes as follows. It goes B minor to D, down to G, and then that F sharp 7. Okay, and then we play that with the strum pattern. Goes like this. So for our second part into the chorus, remember our chord order is going to be this. It's going to be G, then it's going to be D, then it's going to be F sharp 7, and then it's going to be B minor. So let's talk about this strum pattern, right? So it looks like there's a lot going on. If you like to talk about strum patterns in the down, up, down, down, up, down, up lingo, that looks like this. And otherwise, maybe you know how to read standard notation, and so then the strum pattern looks kind of like that right there. If we want to break down this strum pattern, right, let's just break it down on the B minor chord. We go, that's the money right there. So you got to have that first bass note, then you strum the upper part of the chord. I would recommend starting out with just this while you're learning the song to do this. That's a good way to see that your chord's ringing, and if your bar chords are buzzing like mine are currently. Now they're not. Yeah, so you have that sort of bum 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 bum. Kind of goes like that. It has that sort of feeling to it. So then the second part where you do the fun, the more lively part, you have, if I slow that down, so it's just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if I go through the whole first part slowly, it's gonna kind of go like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And don't stress out like if you're hitting all 6 strings all the time for the chords, or 5 strings if that's what you need. It's pretty lenient to the ear. You know, if you're playing the B minor chord, you go, if I focus on these top 2 strings, the high 2 strings, then it's gonna sound like this, right? That still sounds okay. Obviously it's missing some middle voices, but just don't be so concerned you're hitting like the whole entire chord every single time. It's meant to go kind of bass high, 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 bass high, 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 high. So like, and then when it gets to the second part there, it's going to do the same strum pattern the whole time. So it's kind of like an endurance song. You really need to keep it going for a little bit. So that second part, the strum pattern is going to look like this. Cool. With any song, to practice it, I would suggest doing this. Just get your chords and practice switching to those. So B minor needs to switch to D. So practice just switching that. Then you need to practice switching D to G. Then practice switching G to F sharp 7, which is probably the trickiest one. Then you'll need to practice switching F sharp 7 to B minor, lastly. A simplified version of the strum pattern can look like this. That still maintains the whole vibe of the song, but it's a little bit easier and you don't have to keep doing constant up, down, up, down, up. But eventually you work on that, you get your rhythm nice and solid, and then you can work on getting the full in no time. And then you'll be playing Love Again by the Kid Laroi. Guys, I hope this lesson helped you. I think this is a pretty good intermediate song for guitar players and pop fans alike. That F sharp 7 chord can be a little bit tricky, but just remember you want to keep just training that strength of that index finger every day so that you can get there. I'm going to be posting more lessons just like this as much as I can. I'm hoping to really put a lot onto this channel. So if you liked this video, if it helped you play this song, if you got anything out of it, please hit the subscribe button below. My name is Curtis again, and I hope to see you on the next one.